and welcome back. I promise I am going to do a reading soon, but I did score another deck, the Urban Crow Oracle. Now, I do have another deck from her, and I love it. I never got the Crow deck, though. I did not get the Crow deck, and the reason was because it's going to sound really silly. For me and my culture, crows bring bad news. They bring death. And so I wasn't able to kind of get behind that. But now that I've worked with her other deck, and I really do enjoy it, I got the Oracle. So we're going to do a review. And I just want to give you the name of the deck that I got. It was called the... It's not showing up, of course, now that I need to see it. Internet is slow. Anyway, we'll come back to it later. Oh, I got the Guardian of the Night Tarot. So I will be doing a reading where I combine this oracle with that deck. It'll be beautiful. So let's get started on the Urban Crow Oracle. So I'm going to zoom on in. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I took my phone out the case so that it wouldn't get hot because the iPhone will shut down if it's too hot. And now it doesn't want to sit in the thing properly. All right, here we go. So if you've seen any of my unboxings, you know that I'm not very good at waiting to get to camera to unwrap and reveal, right? I have a problem. So this is the book here for the Oracle by AMJ Cullinan, I believe is how you would pronounce it. So there are no pictures in here of the cards that you will see. And what I'm going to do, we're going to do a flip through, and I'm going to throw out a few cards, and you'll get an idea as to her verbiage and how she explains the imagery on the cards. Okay, so these cards are not going to be in order. What I do want to say to you, though, actually, let me tidy up. There, that looks good. All right, what I do want to say, these cards shuffle like a dream. Like a dream, like... And they're new. They're fresh cards. Like, they're new. They're not well worked in. They just... I love it. It makes me so happy. I can't tell you. I cannot stand a stiff deck because this hand, I have a bit of arthritis on this thumb. So it really hurts when I have to do this. But... I love this deck. So let's get started. Okay. The other thing I want to say what I love about this deck is that it has the words on the bottom, right? So sometimes you'll see an image, and honestly, all images don't make sense. For example, I've got a deck called the Blind Spot, if you can see it over there, right? The Blind Spot deck. And those images to me are gobbledygook. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's stop with the chat. And I hope that you guys are doing well today. So this card is called Catching or Caching. Not sure how to pronounce that. So do you see that? The crow has pieces of food. And so I believe what this means is the crow is, I want to say, being protective because they're hiding the food in the grass. Okay, so that's the first card. Or well, not the first card. That's card number 7. But. And then we have distraction. So do you see that? There's teamwork here, but the teamwork is opposed to you. So if you're the cat, so it depends. If you're the cat, this crow is distracting you while the crow down here is eating your kibble. Or maybe you are the distractor, or maybe you're the person benefiting from distracting. And actually, it's not a cat. I'm so sorry. I have my glasses on and I still can't see. It's a dog, right? So the dog is being distracted. So look out for that in your life. This other one is exposed. Ooh, do you see that? Do you see how this hawk is just like ready to swoop in on, I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. Let me see if I could, there, right? Exposed, that's really nice. Abundance, do you see that? Do you see all the fish that is available to these, what, 1, 2, 3 crows here? Like, have you ever seen birds fighting over like crumbs or pieces of bread? There's no fighting going on here. There's plenty for everybody. I almost feel like I want to say this is the way in which we should move through life, believing that there is abundance and not coming from that scarcity mindset. Like, there's overflow in this picture. This is my cup runneth over, my fish runneth over, however you want to see it, say it. This is direction. It's really pretty. Above the clouds, through the clouds, above the homes down there. It's nice. Then we have release. Oh, sorry. Release. I'm not sure what this is down there. I'm going to put that a little bit off to the side. Depending on how this goes, I might pick it up and try and see what that card means. Oh, look at that. Anticipation. This is such a perfect representation of the word. Because these chairs are empty, right? And birds often come around. Like, I got to tell you, we went up by like Wasaga Beach, right? To go like some camp out there. I don't know, some camping place out there. And the birds always come around, like they're preparatory, they're waiting, they're at the ready for these seats to be filled because people are going to be eating and present. So for this to be anticipation, oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's good. What's this one? Routine. Oh, that is smart too. Do you see that? Now, these are crows, right? And just so that you know, in case you don't know, I live in Toronto, Canada, and we have Canadian geese, right? They're a protected species out here. And what I love about this routine card is that, you know, in certain months they're flying north and other months they're flying south. Because you can see that the direction that they're flying is opposite. I love that. Art really can make. So this one here is teamwork. So, I mean, she might have a certain meaning, but when I look at this card, this bird is not like the other birds. And I just feel like all these crows are trying to overtake this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I don't know if I want to say eagle, but either they're chasing them out of their territory, but they're working all together for a common cause, a common goal. Lovely. I'm just curious. Is there a way? No. I was just trying to see if I can make it a bit brighter, but I cannot. All right. So this card is gifts. Really interesting. Because to me, birds, in a way, they're scavengers, right? So they'll pick at anything. Whatever they find, they put in the nest, they keep it. So the gifts, that's really like a marble. There's a key. There's a safety pin, money. I don't know if that's a crystal. There's a feather, a star, flowers. I don't know if that's a button. Do you see that there? And then we've got preparation. Let's see, what can we pull from this? Preparation. This looks like it's not really, this looks like it's some kind of ship or boat on the water. Preparation. I'm curious about that. So I'm gonna look at it. While I'm looking at that, I'm gonna pull up 39 as well, because I was curious about that. So 37, it says preparation. It says, here in the Seattle area, we have lots of ferries, and these smart birds have mastered the ferry schedule. The crows know when the boat will return and on which side of the road the cars will disembark. While the ferry is crossing the sound, the birds harvest the clams from the nearby beach. Wow. Do you get that? This is foresight. This is understanding patterns. This is understanding nature. This is also them understanding themselves, what they need, the timing of it. This, in a way, is kind of like manna from heaven, because I haven't read any more, but I'm believing because this boat goes back and forth, it disturbs the water, it pushes the clams up on the shore, and they know where and when to go in order to, let me hold this up for you, in order to get the clams. That is so smart. So while the ferry is crossing the sound, the birds harvest the clams from the nearby beach. They bring the clams over to the ferry landing and strategically place the clams just right so that when the cars leave, whoa, when the cars leave the boat, sorry, jeez. When the cars leave, they run over the shells, breaking them apart and leaving fresh clam meat for the picking. Preparation speaks to getting ready for something you know is on the horizon and planning for it accordingly. It's also about getting all your ducks in a row, or in this case, clams, so that you achieve the most beneficial outcome. Look, be a crow today with the clams. That's your calling. And I'm going to read 39 because I was curious about that. So 39 here is about release because I wasn't sure what this was down here, if it was eggs or these birds are dead or whatever it was. So let's check it out. Release. When the time comes, when you cannot grieve anymore. Ooh. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna read it. This is a personal card for me. I could already feel it. So here we go. When the time comes, when you cannot grieve anymore and it is time to let go, release is the next step. This card may come to you when you need help moving forward or accepting an ending. I had a major ending yesterday, by the way. It is time to move on, rise up, and release yourself from the past. Amen. Release represents the transition between letting go and moving on. I want you to know that I am in my chariot season. Do I share? That is the question. Do I share? Yes, I do, because my life is not my own. In July, I was taking my son to downtown Toronto to do this camp. And as I was driving through Kensington Market, where you get the best Chilean empanadas, I just want to say it's called Jumbo Empanadas if you're ever around. And the salsa is fire. It's beautiful. And so are I just have to say, the chicken empanadas. Woo! And the cheese empanadas. Mm-mm. Okay, anyway, let's go on. And as I was going through the market, there was a girl just sitting on the corner and she was offering poetry. So she would write a poem for you and you gave her whatever you wanted to give her. And my theme was the chariot. And this has been a season of the chariot for me. And this card coming up has just like hit me in a place. Release represents the transition between letting go and moving on. It's that moment when we become aware that we can no longer hold on to the past or an event that cannot be altered. You may need to consider if your situation is blocked or impacted by something that needs to be released. So I'm going to share because it's on my heart to share. So yesterday, I get the judgment from the judge on my child support case. And once I finished with that, all these things started happening. Like I found out that the landlord's going to give us a stainless steel fridge because I hate the fridge that we have. And I was offered a job, as a matter of fact, to work at a law firm because of my astuteness. All these things, money, peace, joy, energy to work out, all of this is now coming in because I've released something. There is beauty in the release. I just want you to know that it could be painful. You mourn it. You feel regretful about it, but the release brings in so much more. It does. And I have this candle. I'm going to shout her out. Real Talk Candles. In case you ever watch this, Rachel, here in Toronto. These candles are wonderful. They burn long. They are a soy paraffin blend. It smells so good. You can't smell it. I'll bring it here so you can smell it. It's a wood wick. It crackles. It burns. Honestly, find her. realtalkcandles.com. Okay? And the story behind how she started this to deal with anxiety and the things that she went through is beautiful. So I support her. I support her so much that I have Manifest Good Shit, Bless Them and Block Them. This is my candle. It's Michelle Candle. So yeah, my name is Michelle. I have my Scorpio candle down there. And the one that spoke the most to me is I'm in love with the woman I've become because I am. Listen, people, you don't know me in person, but I'm fire. Just so you know. Okay. Ooh, upheaval. Ooh, and look at that. Look at this upheaval card. There's eggs in this one, and these other baskets are empty. It's windy. The wind could have blown it. Leaves are blowing. Look, ooh! This upheaval card is the Tower. This is the Tower. Do you see the roots of this tree are up out of the ground and the tree is cascading over? And these nests are empty? Oh my gosh, that card just gave me a headache in a good way. Look at the fear. We all know about a scarecrow. Fear. I mean, people like to say false evidence appearing real, because that's not really a person. I'm going to put this card to the side. There's something there. It's saying something to me. I'm not sure what. I'm going to keep going. I don't want to hold you guys up. This is commitment. Isn't that beautiful? Commitment. You see these two crows sharing? Because I would tend to think that crows are greedy, right? Scavengers. And look at these two crows sharing the smallest, most tender berries with one another. Commitment. I also feel like this nest here is the beginning of a family, right? Like they're building a home. There's nesting that's taking place here in this commitment. I don't know. I'm going to think there's such a thing as white cherry blossoms. There's also cherry blossoms here. That's beautiful. Memory. Like, okay. I don't know. I'm not really feeling anything with this card, to be honest, but okay. I don't know if it's remembering that people were walking by. I guess so. Whatever. Mimicry. Oh. Mimic. Now, when you mimic someone, because they say that flattery can be, it can be a compliment, but I don't know. When I look at this card, I don't feel like this is, I don't know, kind, positive. Mimicry. Like maybe this bird is mimicking the dog. Maybe the dog is barking. Or sometimes maybe the bird is cawing and the dog can kind of, sing back. I used to have a dog, and if I started singing, he would sing. So Keikos, wherever you are, I love you. All right. We're getting another dog. We're getting another puppy. I can't wait to show you our new puppy. I can't wait. So this one here is called Illusion. The bird is looking in the mirror. It's being reflected back to them. You know what I heard? I heard garbage in, garbage out, because this looks to me like this is garbage cans there. Like whatever you put in, you get back. Whatever you put out, you get back. Right? It's like boomerang. Almost this illusion is like karma. Like, and also your perception on things. How you're seeing things. That's interesting. There's a key down here. Do you see that? There's a key here. Wonder why. Maybe sometimes when you take the time to look at yourself, the answer that you're looking for is being reflected right back to you. So the illusion or the reflection in the mirror, or the way in which someone is responding to you, can give you some answers that you're seeking. All right. This one is luck. Oh, for sure. It's like abundance, because abundance had all those fish. Those 3 crows were sharing fish. This is manna from heaven. All these fish falling out of the sky into your mouth. Come on. All right. This one here is nature. That's pretty. I love to see these kind of backyard lights. I think that's nice. That's nice. Being in nature, even though you're in the city, there's modernization here. And here, to me, this is like a quiet retreat. Right? Night. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory, and I feel like they're sleeping. Their heads are down. Right? This one, territory. When I see territory, territory to me speaks of division. Speaks of division. Like this light or this beam certainly is separating the right from the left hemisphere, right? But also there's a separation of, let's say, what is coming to the front, which is this forest where, let's say, the birds live, their territory, and the city. And I feel in a way there's an encroachment of modern development on their territory as well. I also want to say that I feel that there's a bit of scarcity here too, because of the development, because of modifications, and like, as time and age and technology develops, nature is also being depleted. There's an encroachment, there's an overtaking that I feel that is here in this picture. Warning. Communication. When I see this, the flowers are on the inside. There's a nice cutting board. There could have been food there. There's a storm going on outside, a raging storm. I feel like this card speaks to being able to communicate a need. When you need something, being able to speak up, being able to represent yourself, being able to be vulnerable. This is giving me like Five of Pentacle vibes, like coming in from the cold. Yeah, see? Okay, talks here. I'm just going to go very quickly. She lived in an apartment. Da da da. There was a crow called Brave One. Da 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 da. Oh, and it says here that it would come up and tap on the glass door, rap a tap tap impatiently with its beak. This delightfully persistent bird was looking for a handout. Communication brings the message to speak up and state what you want. You may think those around you know your needs and desires, but that may not be the case. Now is the time to articulate your wishes. And it goes on. So yes, I was right. Way to go, intuition. Curiosity. Look at this one. So this this crow was tapping at the window, saying what they want, and this one is coming right on in, like curious about what's inside. Actually, in a way, helping themselves. I'm hearing taking like the necessary steps. This card feels certainly much more independent to me than the communication card. As it said, this is a handout. This is do what you want first and apologize for it after. That's what I'm getting there. Insight. What is that? Whoa! Look at this card. Look at this card. The first thing when I looked at this card, I thought about real estate. Why? Because in trading, they tell you to fill your schedule with the big rocks first, and then you add all the little things, right? But this piece of, I'm going to say it's shrimp. I don't know. I mean, I don't know a worm. It could be a worm. But this shrimp or worm was, let's say, at the bottom. There is such insight here that this crow is dropping rocks in the jar in order to force the level of the water to rise so that it can get access to this piece of food. Damn, that's smart. Dominance. I don't know. Are they fighting? Is this bird being submissive? I don't know. I don't think this bird is dead down here. But this bird certainly, oh gosh, I hate that phrase now. Like knee on the neck. But this bird has their claw on the neck of another bird, forcing them to bow down. I feel like this card, although it's not, it's just giving me devil vibes, right? It really, really is. Honestly, I didn't expect to go into the cards. I just thought I would flip them and leave, but apparently that's not what's happening here. Yeah, see? It talks here about there being a pecking order. And The crows establish a pecking order, and the stronger bird asserts its power. Dominance indicates that you may be feeling restricted by someone. But to me, though, it could be that you are dominating or restricting somebody as well. They may be flexing your muscle, or you might be flexing your muscle. It says here, and it could be causing friction within. And you may not be able to fight or defend yourself. Yeah. Control. Okay, this one here, survival. So this bird is stuck, I don't know, in a thicket or something, or it's hiding down there in hopes that this, looks like a baby wolf or fox, can't get to them. So doing what you need in order to make it through, in order to survive. That's clear. Isolation. Isolation. I believe these are birds, other birds up here, they're away, they're on their own. These birds of a feather are not flocking together. They are not. I'm feeling loneliness. Whoops. Trickery. Oh yeah, see, I talked about this card at the very beginning. Hold on. Yeah. This catching, or whatever it's called, however you say it. So this is being protective of what you have. And then this bird perhaps is kind of doing the same thing, but covering it with leaves. There's a feeling of deceit here. Like maybe their partner is hungry and they want whatever they have for themselves. Oh. This is also about scarcity. Woo! I'm sorry. I have to calm down. Calm down, Michelle. Calm down. Okay. This is also about scarcity. So here there's catching. They put a lot of these, I don't know, pellets, whatever you want to call them, seeds in the ground, right? Because they're saving it for later. Kind of like how a squirrel gathers nuts, puts them in a tree for winter. But because now, also, what? Okay, sorry. Calm down. But I love it when it hits. Do you see the grass? Do you see the grass? I know this is kind of lame. This is my like little eyelash thingamabobber. But I want to point something out to you. Do you see the grass here? How the roots are long and it's lush and there's a lot. But then look at this one. The roots have dried up. There's not as much. The grass is probably crunchy because now it's fall. You understand that? And so instead of having, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these things, they're down to 1. So now there's a scarcity mindset that's taken over, right? And they want to hide what they have. They don't want to share. It's also self-preservation too, right? Because it looks to me like the leaves are off and they're about to step into winter. Feast and famine, people. Feast and famine. To this deck, scavenge, right? Empty cans. Just trying to take what you can from there, licking what's left, right? But also there's danger in being a scavenger because the edge of these cans are sharp. They're sharp, they can cut you, and they can also, you would need a tetanus for whatever you could have collected from touching the can or bacteria. So be careful where you scavenge. Protection. Oh, that makes total sense, right? Eggs, parents, babies, protect. Got it. Self-interest. Oh, yeah. See, again, there's this crow who caught a mouse and everyone else is looking down or looking away and they're like, I'm not even calling any of you guys to the table. I'm going to eat this field mouse on my own, satiate myself, and take care of my needs, which is similar to the, hold on, to the trickery. But it's a little different, right? Not the same energy, but you get it. This one here is sacred space. Of course it is. Just like protection here. You see that? You see the connection between it? And now there's more, right? Because don't forget earlier on, I don't know where it is, but we saw, I believe the card was commitment, where let's just call it, the mother and father were, I got to find it. You know why? Because at that time, that nest was empty. Here it is. Look at that, how I just got there. I love it, Spirit. Keep on doing your thing. You see this here? How the nest is empty, but they're making a commitment, and they were sharing the smallest morsels of food. The smallest morsel, because they were committed to the well-being of one another, because they are a team, right? But sometimes you'll see this self-interest take over, or this trickery, right? And then they go from abundance to scarcity. But in this commitment that they have, they're now protecting what they've made, and they've multiplied it, which makes it sacred. Come on now. 7, 8, like, I mean, too much for me. Wrath. Oh, let me tell you something. I like birds, okay? I like 1 bird, 2 birds, sometimes maybe 3 birds, but a whole hell of a lot of birds over my head makes me uncomfortable. I just have to say. So this wrath, there's a place that I go in Mississauga when I go to get my hair done, or to like purchase hair to do my hair. And they always have all these damn pigeons in the parking lot, like, and it's like a mass of confusion. Like, there's so many of them coming at you that you're worried that they're gonna crap on you too. Like, a few birds is fine, but this many, not for me. Waterproof. Wow. Waterproof. Who sings that song? Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? Okay, Google. Who sings Are You Ready for a Perfect Storm? I don't know the title. Dark Horse was recorded by Katy Perry. Katy Perry, Dark Horse. There you go. I don't know why, but I got to write that down because there's a message in there. Hold on. Katy Perry, Dark Horse. One moment, people. Indulge me. Dark Horse. Katy Perry. There's a message there. Let me just... Okay, Google. What is the meaning of Dark Horse by Katy Perry? Sorry. Of course you don't know. Oh, Google. Dark Horse. Sorry, folks. I need to know. It came to me for a reason. Dark Horse by Katy Perry, meaning... Okay, it says here, dark horse is used to describe a person whose abilities or possible course of action are unknown, or to a somebody who reveals an unsuspected talent. It says that in the song she's depicting herself as more or less as a witch. And that she's making clear that the guy rather who has approached her. I don't understand what that means. Nonetheless, there's something in there and I got to go figure it out later. So waterproof. I'm also hearing water off a duck's back. Right? I'm also hearing unbothered. I'm also hearing a thicker skin. Right? Yeah, see? Look. Waterproof. Crow feathers have a greasy protective coating that prevents water from getting through to the skin. You too have the ability to create a waterproof exterior. When we are waterproofed, we are protected from others' draining emotions that weigh us down. Being waterproof allows you to experience a storm without letting it hold you back. When you're waterproof, the words, actions, and emotions of those around us do not impact our perception of who we are or our self-worth. Listen, everybody, you better get waterproof. Being dragged into someone else's drama can take an emotional toll and leave you feeling waterlogged. But when you're waterproof, you can be a good listener and a shoulder to cry on without absorbing their emotions, leaving you free to support others in need. Waterproof asks you to create a barrier. This is about boundaries. The strength, 8, I'm just reducing that to major arcana, the strength to have boundaries and create a barrier between the feelings of others and yourself when inner strength is needed. Lovely. Lovely. All right, let's keep going. Distance. Like, okay. Like, yeah, okay. Distance, fine. I feel like maybe because there's a separation in the homes, I wouldn't necessarily say that these birds are distancing one another. Distance, distance, temperance, time, path, distance. I don't know, waiting patiently. Something off in the horizon. This one is risk. Now, why is this a risk? Well, we just finished listening to a card that had to do with, what was it? I think it was called preparation, and how the crows would wait for the bus. Sorry, not the bus, the boat to send people. Like as the people were leaving the boat, they would lay out the shells, the clams, and they would drive over, crush them, and they would have fresh clam meat. So I guess there's a risk in gathering it. It could be that there's a risk in potentially being run over by a car as well. This one is growth. I mean, I'm feeling, yeah, okay, it's spring, right? Those could be poppies. Makes sense. Like, yeah, okay. I have nothing to add to it. Play, oh, I'm singing in the rain. I love that. This play, these birds just frolicking and playing carefree. And I feel like they're suspended from their reputation as what a crow represents. And they're just able to be in the moment. That is lovely. That's lovely. That is lovely. Resistance. Yeah, flying into the direction of the wind. Flying into difficulty. Even the some of the feathers are coming off the bird, but not giving up. Resilience, persistence, overcoming a difficulty. I love that. It means so much when the images and the words link up. Oh, good job on this deck, girl. Ghosts, look at that. Flying over all these tombs where all these people are laid, the fallen ancestors. Even look at that. Oh, this is a gorgeous card. This is gorgeous. I'm talking about people, but when you look closer, you can see the shadows of other birds, the ghosts of other birds that perhaps this one used to fly with, both here in earth, like in the sky and down here. That is beautiful. Oh, geez. Community. Okay, roots, tree, living together. Let's move on. Influence, huh? Oh! Do you see this? These birds are smoking and I don't know, drinking alcohol. Mind the company you keep. That's a message for somebody who's watching. Mind the company you keep. This one's smoking a cigarette or a spliff, bun of weed. And this one here is drinking up the wine, the alcohol. I'm not going to say there's anything wrong if you want to do it. I know for me, I don't drink. I've never been drunk in my life. I'll say I don't smoke. I've had a gummy or two. I've tried it. I have to tell you that TCH is not for me. Not for me at all. Not for me at all. But the company you keep, who you hang with, who you're spending time with, what are you doing in that time? Are they helping to elevate you? Are they a bottom feeder? Like who is influencing you and the decisions that you're making in your life? Who is with you on your walk? Who is on your path? And are they helping you to elevate and grow and become more? Or are they assisting you and influencing you to remain stagnant? Man, this is a deck. Observation, look at that. Look how the crow is watching the spider. And the crow is also noticing that the spider, I wonder if that's a word. Okay, Google, what does spire mean?
Spire has two different meanings.
What?
Starting with the most common one, spire can be used as a noun to mean a tapering conical or pyramidal structure on the top of a building, typically a church tower.
Like a church
Is
tower.
that the meaning you were looking for?
No. Okay, Google volume 5.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Okay, Google, what's the meaning of spire?
Spire has two different meanings. Starting with the most common one, spire can be used as a noun to mean a tapering conical or pyramidal structure on the top of a building, typically a church tower, similarly to steeple and belfry. Is that the meaning you were looking for?
No.
Sure. Finally, spire can be used as a noun to mean the upper tapering part of the spiral shell of a gastropod mollusk, comprising all but the whorl containing the body. Do you want to hear how spire is spelled?
No, thank you. Okay, anyway, observation. This crow is observing the spider. Okay, Google, do crows eat spiders? Okay,
On the
Google.
website wa.org,
Okay, Google, continue.
crows are omnivorous and eat whatever is available.
Wow.
Insects, spiders,
See?
snails, fish,
Yeah.
snakes,
Yeah.
eggs,
Yeah.
nestling
Yeah.
birds,
Yeah. Yeah.
cultivated fruits,
Yeah.
nuts, and vegetables.
Okay,
They
okay.
also scavenge dead animals and garbage.
Yes, of course. And that's one of the reasons I said earlier in the reading, I'm not a fan of crows, which is why I never got her crow deck. But I got to tell you, if that crow tarot is anything like this crow oracle, best believe when I finish this live, I'm ordering it. This observation is also preparatory, right? Just like they talked about how the crows would bring the clamshells so that the people could drive over with their cars. This crow is watching, analyzing, observing, making plans in their mind as to what to do. The Google just said they'll eat anything, even insects. Soar. Okay, I mean, it's clear, right? Mischief. They're interfering with a cat. Even this crow, I think, is like nipping at the cat. Okay. Bond. Oh, look, there's a heart bond. That's lovers. Wow. This is such intimacy. Oh, wow, that's lovely. Displacement. Well, they're picking at garbage. It's cold. Oh, wow. I feel like that's snow on the car. It's cold. They don't have a place to go. They're rummaging through stuff. That's a good one for displacement. That's good. That's good art. Like it. Freedom. What is that? He has their I don't know why this reminds me of the Judgment card. You know, just the rays of sun coming in, the expansion of the wings, elevated above others, the angel. It just, I like that. Balance, like a bird on a wire. There's a movie, and there's a song for it, but I can't remember who sang the song. Anomaly, albino. This is an albino bird because crows are normally black, right? So standing out from the crowd, being different, also being comfortable in your feathers to be different. I love that. This, I got to give it to this person. I got to give it to the artwork and how it just conveys the message and the meaning through the cards. It's beautiful. This is great. Ooh, look at perspective. This is the hangman. Do you see that? This crow is upside down. This crow is upside down. That is great. That is, look, I gotta read it. I'm gonna read it. That is nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Perspective. So if you're just joining, this is the Urban Crow Oracle, okay? So this one is perspective. Crows really do hang upside down. The birds take this position to get at the food that would not be attainable otherwise. That's a word right there. Sometimes, like I said, this reminds me of the hangman, this perspective being upside down because, sorry, I do talk with my hands. I just do. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. But when you take a moment, like you otherwise, so this is why you need to look at things differently because there's a perspective, there's a knowledge, there's an answer, there's wisdom that if you did not contort yourself or put yourself in a different position, you would not gain access to that information. Oh, this is smart. This is a good card. When you take a moment to stop, disengage, and open your mind and seeing the situation from a different perspective, you might realize that there is more information available that will assist in ensuring the best outcome, or sorry, the best course of action is taken. When perspective appears, your situation will benefit from slowing down and holding off on any significant decision making, as you do not have all the information that is available to ensure that all aspects of the situation are considered. Oh, I love it. Listen, the second last card, people. The second last card, battle. So what are they fighting over? Feathers are being lost. Look, the other birds are just sitting there watching this go down, eh? They're not even, I don't know, stepping in, refereeing. But again, we did watch something about, I think the card was dominance, right? Well, what do I say about this? It's a battle. Done. Let's move on. And then grief. Oh, you know, when I see this, it just reminds me because we're seeing cards like bond and protective and sacred space and now grief. And I just feel like these two birds, you know, lost a baby bird. You know, this was so good. Now, I did say that I was going to come back to the fear card because I had some questions about it. So let's just go there. Okay. Okay, this is a big one. Lots of reading. So it says, have you seen crows hanging around a scarecrow? I am sure they were once afraid of it, but over time, yes, with knowledge, the fear disappeared. Yes, that's true. At first they're afraid and they realize this thing doesn't even damn well move. Winter, spring, summer, fall, this scarecrow is always in the same damn position. We fly by, we fly high, we fly low, we swoop in, we pick at it, and nothing happens. And they get very comfortable. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It is about getting comfortable in the things that you think that you're afraid of and persevering and investigating perhaps why you feel that way. What is it about a situation, person, place, or thing or event that has happened? So I'm speaking loud or I'm speaking fast because I'm being given information here. Like, I knew there's a reason why I left this card to the end. I didn't really have the time to formulate it as I was going through the flip through, but this here, the thing with fear, like there's healthy fear, right? Like you're not going to think that you could saunter across a 10-lane highway and have no problems, right? This is not Crossy Road. But the issue with fear, okay, calm down, Michelle. Okay. The issue with fear here is that it keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck. It prevents you from venturing out. You can't move. You are frozen. That is the thing with fear. Regardless of the weather, whether this ground is frozen or not, you are not moving. You are immobilized. And so the best way to get out of fear, and I'm preaching to myself right now, the best way to get out of fear is to do something. Take a small step. Do something. Move forward. Because the price to stay still and immobilized is too great a cost. It's too great a cost. I also want to say that this bird here has taken the courage to come and investigate this thing, while the other birds are sitting back here waiting to see, well, what's going to happen to Charlie the Crow before we go and see what's going on. No. Have the courage to move forward. Have the courage to take the risk. Have the courage to be bold. Let me get back to this book. Wow. That's really, wow. Can you see that? All right, where am I? Okay. I'm sure they were once afraid of it, but over time, with knowledge, the fear disappeared, and their old beliefs passed down from generation to generation. Are there old beliefs passed down from generation to generation that hold you back out of fear? Fear asks that you examine your beliefs, and are they in sync with reality? Are your decisions and actions based on old information that no longer holds relevance today? Sure, fear can save us from making painful or costly mistakes. However, if given too much power, fear also creates inaction. Look, I just said that. Okay. And stagnation. Fear prevents our creative mind from exploring all possible solutions to our problems, right? And we just talked about, what was it? Perspective. We just talked about this bird, right? Where was I? When this card appears, you may consider looking inward and checking to see where you are allowing fear to limit your potential. As the saying goes, fortune favors the brave. Just as a crow on the card reaps the benefits of a field of untapped potential. As the fearful crows hold back, you too have an opportunity where fear keeps others at bay. When other people sit in their fear, that's an opportunity for you to move forward and achieve and obtain, right? For you, the fearless, all you need to do is swoop in and seize the moment. I just got to say, this is a great oracle deck. Holy friggin' moly. Holy moly. It's a great deck. It really is. And I don't know. I mean, listen, this reading is all, I mean, not a reading, it's a flip through. It's already like what are we at, 50 minutes. And part of me was just debating if I should go and get her, I'm going to get it. Hopefully y'all stick around. Give me 1 second to go get her other deck. All right, I'm back. So this was the other deck of hers that I have. The Guardian of the Night Tarot. Oh, good. Sorry, I need to get a sip of water. So what I'm going to do, we're going to play. We're going to just do a little bit of playing, a little reading, and then we're going to close this. So I want to say that the Urban Crow Oracle cards, and there's 54 of them, and the Guardian of the Night cards, and there's 78 of them. Just so you can see the difference. And I would also say that, hold on, let me see. Oh, that was not very good, Michelle. Come on. Start over. Let me just see how they shuffle. I like how these shuffle more than these. But it could also be that there are less cards here. So let's leave those off and let us compare. Yeah, still, these feel just a cardboardy, and these have a very, very nice slip to them. I love it. All right, so let us do this. What should I ask about? What should I ask about? I'm going to take this out so that I can get a topic. What is the topic of this reading? What is the topic of this reading? Thank you for making this a safe space. Thank you for protection. Thank you for guidance. Thank you for those that will either watch or subscribe to this video. I do appreciate them. I'm not sure what's going on. My channel's been taken off a bit, getting a little bit of a bump. And so I appreciate that. I do. And I actually prefer going live to them recording because I don't have to deal with all the waiting forever for something to upload. So I'm just grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. So what is the overall energy of what I'm reading for right now, God? Please show me. The Garden and the Gate. I've never seen this card before, you know. The Garden and the Gate. Like, if I look at it, I feel like this is giving me like Three of Wands vibes, right? Like, or should I say two of wands? Somewhere between the two and the three of wands. Two of wands making plans to go somewhere. Three of wands being expectant. So this person has been given the ace of wands, the opportunity to go out, to explore, to have, to do, to be, to experience a new life. A lot of abundance, adventure, the unknown. This card is also giving me Fool vibes, but I don't want to get deep into it because this reading is not about this deck, right? I just needed something to set the pace. All right. So we have that. So the garden and the gate is number 30. And number 30 here in the book is about abundance, prosperity, and staying safe. So we just finished off the oracle talking about, what was it? It was the scarecrow. It was fear. And there are times when it makes sense to stay behind the gate, and there are other times when your soul needs you to venture out, where you need to explore, where you need to go outside the garden, where you need not be locked behind the gate at all times. And this could be, maybe you want to go back to school, or you want to do a different career path, or maybe it's a relationship. Maybe you think you're better off staying where you are instead of going and getting what you really want, right? Maybe it's about you having this passion, this desire to move to a different city, a different country. But you might be a bit hesitant because, oh, you have a family. Oh, you have young children. Oh, you're an independent parent. Like how do you make these dreams come true? Because this person in this card, this girl here, you have dreams. You have goals. There's things that you want to do, attain, achieve, experience. There's so much abundance and personal pleasure and joy awaiting you. It could also be that there's some negative self-talk that is preventing you from taking the steps necessary in order to create the life that you want. Stepping outside of these gates will allow for transformation. Do you see these? I want to say that these are butterflies. Can you see that? Right there. Let me get out my spoolie again. Right? Where is it? Right there, there, and there. Those are butterflies. Right? It's transformative. Also, with this young lady hanging out, and you know what? I was just going to say she's hanging out behind the gate. How do I know she's behind and locked off, right? Because now I'm just seeing this card in a different way. It could be that she's inside of something, right? So she's inside of her quarters, or she's locked out of something. Again, it's a matter of perspective. Maybe she's safe behind the gate, or maybe she's fearful behind the gate. Or maybe it would be better if they took the opportunity and the risk to go outside the gate and venture towards the sunlight. Maybe for some of you, staying behind this gate is you being forced to cocoon and not allow your wings to expand. Not allow that ascension, that growth, that opportunity. A chance to get, let's call it feet on the ground wisdom, right? By going through things and experiencing them. As I look at this, I don't know why I'm hearing the hills are alive and the sound of music. I have no idea why that's coming to me, but that's what I'm getting. Like, there's so much out there. There's so much out there. What are her eyes doing? Where is she looking? Her eyes opened or closed? Her eyes are closed. I feel like I'm hearing like there's a bit of a wish fulfillment here. Anyway, that has helped to set us up for what we need to ask about. Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot. All right. So let's see here. All right. So this card is called The Garden and the Gate. What is it that you want the viewer to know about the garden and the gate? What can you share about the garden and the gate? The garden and the gate. For those of you that will see this video or are watching, I appreciate you. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. The garden and the gate. Oh, and look who's here. Woo! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do get excited because when I scream, it's because I've been hit with something. So forgive me in case I hurt your ears. I didn't mean to. But that is so freaking beautiful. So let me tell you what came out. This Four of Cups. This Four of Cups to me is the reluctance to receive what is being given to you. Because I told you, I feel like most of you are the ones inside the gate needing to go out. This Four of Cups, life is offering you something. They're offering you abundance. They're offering you a chance to sip from the cup of life. And there's a reluctance here. There's a fear. Look, I feel like I want to say these are fireflies that are nesting around your cup. The other thing that we got was the world. The world, that bee energy. I'm just going to tell you what we got and then we'll go into it. And then you get the the sun. The sun. The sun. And then at the bottom of the deck, you have the star. Like, look at this. Oh, it's so pretty on the camera. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take this out of the way. What can I do here to make sure you can see everything properly? All right. Let me move this. Sorry, folks. The Four of Cups. Let me see. If I put that there and that like that, can you see it? No, not really. So I'm going to put it there because that set the theme for this little mini read we're doing, because we're playing with the cards by M.J. McLean, who made the Guardian of Night Tarot and the Urban Crow Oracle, right? The Four of Cups. You are being called to go on an adventure. You are being called to... I'm hearing risk, but I'm also hearing it's not really a risk what you're being called to do. There is greatness and abundance that is awaiting you. The land is lush. It is well watered. It would be something different, something that you're not accustomed to. It would allow for your soul growth and evolution. It's going to be a different environment, some familiarity only because there's flora and fauna, but a different type. You're going to get used to a different type of situation. You're going to get used to different people. You're going to get used to different environments. You will be successful in this venture. I hear that you're being asked to close one door so you could step into another. I'm hearing that your wish fulfillment, what it is that you're beckoning for, is actually calling to you. It's calling for you. It wants you to stop ignoring the opportunities that have been placed before you and to walk into this new a new world, I guess we could say. Hot. All right. Can you tell me about the Four of Cups? What is the importance of the Four of Cups in relation to the garden and the gate? Anomaly standing out. This opportunity is going to be different from the other ones that have come your way. This anomaly, this rare bird, you are a rare bird. This is a time for you. This is an opportunity for you because you are not like the others. You are meant to stand out right now. And that is why Spirit is offering you this cup, this opportunity, and wanting you to take it, but you're fearful. You're afraid to do it. God, please tell me why the world is here. Why is the world card here? These cards shuffle so nicely. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, the world. Why is the world card here? That's too many. But two cards landed on world. We'll take those. Oh! The world card is here because Yeah, you got to go forward. I don't know what it is that you're, hold on. Wait, sorry. Oh, this is turning into a full-on reading. That was not my plan, I have to say. You have ghosts and resistance, and you are going into the headwinds, is what you're doing. You're so accustomed to having other people with you, telling you, directing you, and some of that is good, right? Like some of what they've left for you, departed onto you is good. I'm also feeling that there's an ancestral energy to this card, but where you're going, woo! Where you're going alone. You can't bring other people with you. You cannot bring other people with you. This is where you're going to develop your wings, right? The reason why birds get strong wings, the reason why little birds are kicked out of the nest is so that they can have the wind butt up against their wings to strengthen the bones and all the connective tissue and the feathers and everything that's going on in there. And you, my friend, are being pushed out of the nest. You are being pushed out of the garden. You are meant to go through that gate. You're meant to go through that gate, and you're also meant to go through it alone because you are an anomaly. You are ending one phase and stepping into another. It's so friggin' clear. Oh my gosh. Okay, the sun. Tell me about the sun. I mean, the sun to me is self-explanatory, but maybe there's something we're not seeing, so I like to ask the question. What is it that we need to know about the sun in relation to the garden and the gate? Because I see you pushing this person forward. If there was a dream that you have, something that you wanted to do, there's a wish. There's a wish that you have that you didn't think that you could achieve. You were told that you couldn't. Your situation and circumstances looked like it just wasn't possible. I have been sent here today, what started off as a review of the Urban Oracle, to let you know that you're to move forward, that there is abundance there, that you are being called into a new time. I'm hearing fear not for you. You have been positioned and poised. This is divine timing. The sun and the damn star and the world. No. When you get off watching this, when you're finished watching this, if you made it this far in the reading, or if you're tuning into this part, whatever it is that you have, like your biggest friggin' wish, I want you to write down just 5 steps. 5 steps of what it is that you would need to do to get there, and take one. I don't care if it means researching or just brainstorming or doing a brain dump or calling someone who's done something similar to what it is that you want to do or doing a bit of research. Do something. You are being called to do something. Connector energy, please. The sun and the star. Ooh. 10 and 8, because you've got the strength to do this. This is the wheel of fortune for you as well. Luck is on your side. You are in a creative energy, a creative space. You're giving birth to something. You may literally be pregnant. Or you're pregnant and you don't know. But it's not just a physical pregnancy. It's a spiritual pregnancy. It's a financial pregnancy. It is a intellectual pregnancy. Look at this. What came out was direction, trickery, and sacred space. Okay. I asked for connector energy between the sun and the star. Your fear to move forward is tricking you. I spent quite a bit of time on this card going through the review, talking about trickery, and what did I say? Because often I do a reading and I don't remember what the hell comes out of my mouth. Got it. You are being asked to follow your intuition and to trust the way in which Spirit is guiding and leading you. Why? Because sometimes we deceive ourselves. Sometimes we deceive ourselves and we don't even know it. This trickery, this scarcity mindset. There was another card and I put the 2 cards together. I can't remember what it was called, but or was it called coaching or catching or something like that? And the roots of the grass were abundant and thick and they were growing. But here, there's a scarcity mindset. There's lack here. There's a spirit of lack. There's a spirit of fear of not I was going to say not having enough, but maybe also you think that you are not enough. And so these cards here are to let you know that you're being ushered into a sacred time, a sacred space. This is divine timing, and you have things that you need to birth. And the direction is being given to you by spirit, which is why you need not worry, because the sun is shining. Guidance and direction is shining on you. It is coming from above, and that you are on the precipice of your wish fulfillment. So when I say precipice, I don't mean that it's coming to you tomorrow. You're going to have to put in some time and effort. It takes a while to get to the world, to the end. It takes a while for you to feel comfortable to show up as you are, all of who you are, which is actually, I was about to say that's what I'm doing now, but not really. Almost. I'm not on camera, right? Like, you're not seeing my face. I'm almost in my full anomaly. So now that causes me to ask another question. Are there parts of you that you're pulling back? Like, so part of me, it's privacy, right? Like, I don't need to be walking down these streets of Toronto, and I don't want that. I am a private person. It doesn't mean that you have to have your face on, but it's something to look at, because when I do cards, I excavate as much as I can, and I'm included in this. So if ever you feel that I'm saying something to you that might be somewhat triggering, it's not meant to trigger you, right? Like, I'm willing to go there because I want to be the best person. I want you to be the best person. And sometimes in these readings, there's information. All you need is that little light switch, that little nugget, that little morsel that's going to help you. But don't resist your greatness. Don't ghost yourself, and don't let the other people who have left and abandoned you make you question who you are. Don't. This is a sacred time. You put in a sacred space, and your wish fulfillment is there. It's there. You are protected. You are cocooned. You are guided. And this is your now moment. Whoa! This is your chariot moment too. Your chariot moment too. It is. I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this birdhouse, and all I heard was don't play small. Don't look. I need to get a fill. Don't play small. 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 Don't do it. You take the direction and you trust and you go forward. Go forward. Woo! Oh my goodness. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I'm verklempt. I'm hot. Like, these readings sometimes. Anyway, listen. I thank you for watching. I do. I wish you all the best. I will see you next time. If you would be so inclined to press the like or make a comment, or if there was a favorite card that you have in the Urban Crow Oracle, I'd love to know what it is, because the imagery here and the words, oh my goodness. Maybe there were like 3 or 4 cards that I didn't feel really connected, but the other ones, just beautiful, just beautiful. So again, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for being here and just listening and learning and sharing with me. So as always, as I like to say, be blessed and be a blessing. Thank you.